Mommy, up it. Ugh.
This morning, Jim is outside getting everything set up so we can get the trim started in this front bedroom. As y'all can tell by my voice, I'm doing a lot better, but I'm still not feeling 100%. So we're gonna try and stay inside this week and try and get some things done in here that we've been wanting to get done. And what better room than this room right here? Y'all know from previous episodes that I've been trying to get this room finished. Yes, I know the ceiling's still not done, but I have an idea of what I want to do for that, so I kind of want to wait and finish looking at my options before we start on that. But getting these walls done and primed, we can get the trim up, and we can even get this window blind in. It is going to make such a huge difference in here. So all that we'll have left is to do the ceiling, but that's just minor details. So what we're going to be working on today is we're going to try and trim out this window. This is actually going to be the first section in the house that we're going to be putting up trim. Wise for what I want to do in here, I'm kind of stuck. So if y'all have any ideas, go ahead and throw them at me, because the only thing that's really set in stone is that this floor is going to be that marble gray look that we have completed in here. So right now Jim's outside setting up the table saw. Of course, we got to do a little bit of work to our trim boards. We got to router the edges, and we have just a few little things that we need to get done. So we're going to go ahead and get started on those this morning. We decided that we're going to try and tackle the trim around this window first, which means that we had to get our window blind out. Over a year ago, a brand had reached out to us asking if they could send us our window blinds for the house. And I went ahead and jumped on that, because if y'all have ever had to use window blinds, they are insanely expensive. So we're really fortunate that they sent these to us, but this is the first time of us actually opening them, seeing what they look like. We haven't even touched the box, to be honest with you, because we've had so much other stuff going on. So we're hoping that all these are gonna fit, but since I went ahead and ordered these prior to having the window trim in, I just tried to get a really close estimate of what I thought they would be. I added in what I thought type of trim we were gonna use, and I guess we're fixing to find out to see if it worked or not.
So, this is a motorized blind. We have paper blinds, and I have used mini blinds. That is the extent of my knowledge as far as blinds go. Now, a motorized blind, slightly out of my element. Anyway, how hard can it be? We built a whole house, surely we can hang a blind.
Look at your cat.
How's she my cat? How did I end up with a cat?
$1,000,000% your cat.
So do you know if these go up here like this, or does it go like?
It doesn't look bad.
Hmm.
It's It's gonna be close, ain't it?
Yeah, they probably should have been about a ½ inch wider. Oh well. For reasons unknown, the measurements around this windowsill is not going to be exactly perfect. Have no idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my favorite tool, my most unfavorite tool, the table saw, and we're going to rip these down to about 3 inches. That way we can adjust the gap against the window side, and we'll caulk whatever kind of a little gap that we end up having. Some places not going to have one, some places will. And honestly, I really don't know. I haven't paid that much attention to windowsills in my life. They may all not be exactly perfect. These will not be. So we're just gonna do what we normally do, and we're gonna try to get them as close as we possibly can and make all the cuts tight and neat. And if we end up with a gap somewhere, our good friend Mr. Caulk's gonna bail us out.
Whenever we went to seal off this window and spray foamed around it, we never got a chance to come back and cut off all this little spray foam that stuck out where the trim is supposed to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off real quick. That way whenever we go to put the trim up, it's already done and it'll be ready to go.
Y'all, this thing is great. The Fantic S1 Pro is a portable cordless screwdriver that enables you to screw and unscrew fasteners and much more using an electronic device smoothly without any effort. The maximum speed can reach 220 RPM. It comes with one electric screwdriver, one storage case, and 16 precision bits. These 16 bits are suitable for almost all precision devices and narrow spacings. With a built-in LED light for dimly lit areas such as PC buildings, keyboards, doorbells, and furniture installation. On a single charge, the unit can last up to 4 hours or 1,300 screws. The Fantic S1 Pro is really easy to use, and the storage box is magnetic. It has anti-slip, high precision torque, long-lasting battery life, and a built-in ring light for a clear line of sight. The Fantic S1 Pro really makes life a lot easier when you're working in PC buildings, on tablet computers, mobile phones, watches, electronic bracelets, cameras, keyboards, radios, drones, doorbells, glasses, precision instruments, kids' toys, and it is a must-have to work in the IT field. Click on the link in the description, select the Amazon code, and use discount code CCLS1 Pro for a total of 29% off your order. Y'all, this thing is great. There's 9 receptacles in this room, and this shaves off so much time. It's so easy to use, it's lightweight, and it's really powerful. I love this thing. This offer is only going to be available for a limited amount of time, so order soon to get your Fantic S1 Pro. Now I measured the front of the blade at 3 inches and the back of the blade at 3 inches. And I honestly have no idea why I'm wasting my time. Because I am horrible at running a table saw, and by the time I get done with these, it might be 2.5 inches on one side and 3 1/4 on the, who knows what I'll end up with. This is probably one of the things that gives me the most headaches, is trying to run a table saw. People do it, they build cabinets, they do excellent work. But for some reason, these table saws just eat my lunch. So, yet again, I'm gonna make another attempt to rip some boards, and I'm gonna try to make them square. Plumb, true, same, who knows. Gotta go measure it, and measure it twice, 3 times, 4 times.
Y'all just saw us use one of our new tools, and this is the Heart cordless brad nailer. It's an 18 gauge, and we got it in a deal that had a few other things that came with it. They do a lot of those combo deals where they sell, you know, X amount of tools all together, and you know, for this a really good price. But this brad nailer typically runs $160, but y'all always hear us rave about these Heart tools, and we absolutely love this. It being 80 degrees at 8 in the morning, down here in southern Louisiana, can you imagine what it gets midday here? So that being said, we don't want to fool with any air hoses, leaving the doors cracked, running the AC up. So we went ahead and purchased this to see how it was going to do, and we wanted to use it a few times before we told y'all exactly our honest review on it, and we absolutely love this. This is fantastic. It did come with a 4-hour amp battery as well, and that is a must whenever you get one of these. So like I said, $160 at Walmart versus I think the DeWalt or the Milwaukee one is around $400, $500, which is fantastic if you're gonna use this all the time. But for us just using small projects, this Heart one is gonna do the trick. So just wanted to show y'all our new little tool. Now that we got our box built for the inside of the window, we're gonna go ahead and work on the outside of the window as well. We are gonna be 45 degree in each of these corners, which means we're just gonna slide the miter saw over and use that 45 degree angle. It'll make it super simple on us, and we're gonna go ahead and attach all these pieces to our actual inside trim boards that we just cut as well and put together. So that way we're gonna be able to make everything square before we put it in the window, and then we'll just adjust it from there.
Mistake number 1 for today. We cut the trim pieces to match the frame dimensions that we cut out. So that means the top and the bottom we cut 1.5 inches too long. So in order to make this fit tight, I'm gonna have to go outside and cut 1.5 inches off of it. At least I get to cut off of it and not have to add to it. So that would have been some lost and wasted material. Now that we have this window casing all framed in and ready to go, I'm gonna go outside and take the router and just run around and cut this sharp edge off. Because the rest of the boards that we're gonna put here and trim out, it's gonna have a soft edge, so we wanna make it look like it's gonna match anyway.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Priest is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. A hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, our top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. Girl, I can hook you up. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing, a whole lot of love, bumping out of the box. Yeah, we're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going.
Y'all, I know this seems like a tiny step for any kind of building process, but for us, this is monumental. We actually have trim in a window. Granted, we still have to caulk it and prime it and do a little sanding, things like that, but this thing is pretty much done. Like, the wall is finished and primed, this is finished except for the primer. This is a monumental thing for us, and it's that way for a couple reasons. One is that we're actually getting some progress done on something, because we have been down and out, and when I tell you we've been down, it is horrible. You walk outside and that heat hits you and that sickness just comes right back on you. So we're excited to get something done. We're feeling better every day, and we can't wait to get started tackling these bigger projects. Now, as far as this window casing actually goes, we wanted a really simple trim design for these windows. We didn't want the ledge here. We just wanted it nice and slick. And if you'll see, I know just about everybody in the known world leaves a little reveal here on the inside. They offset the trim board to where you can see the inside of the casing board. I really don't know why they do that. I think it looks nice. That just wasn't something that we wanted to do, so we just didn't do it. I guess that's a perk of being able to do it yourself.